Well, here we are once again. It's a SoCal Sound Session, and I am excited. Why? Because I'm here with the band Joseph.
Hi.
Allie, Megan, and Natalie.
That's right.
You guys are sisters. You joined a band. It was kind of easy to do since you're sisters. And it's almost been a decade of you guys playing together. That's exciting, huh?
Yeah.
It is.
So,
I think we have officially hit the decade mark, I think.
yeah, because your album came out in 2014. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming that you didn't immediately start
Right.
playing.
Right.
We
Like,
were
right.
playing before then, yeah.
Yeah.
2012, I think, was our official start.
Yeah.
So 11 years.
11, okay. Happy birthday.
Hey, thank you.
Okay, so like usually I ask band members like how'd you find each other and how'd you get your start, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you,
Yeah.
how'd you convince them
Ooh.
to join on board with you?
I was coming back from a solo tour that I had booked that was just like backyards and like oh my gosh, it was like some Italian chain restaurant in the Midwest where they had like the sports playing above my head while I played. Cabrera's or something. I don't know what I'm talking about. And I had a friend tell me, he was like, it seems like what you're playing, you don't actually love, you just want other people to love it. He was like, what would it take for you to like love this music and want to run it into people's hands? And so I had the idea, because I'd heard them singing like a little bit, but I didn't know that they could like do what they do, you know? So on my way back from that tour from Chicago, I texted them and I was like, do you guys want to be in a band with me? And I think there was like a miscommunication at first because they thought that I just wanted them to sing backup for me. And then when we first like sang together in that year would have been like, what, like 2011 or 12? Yeah, 12. I was just like, oh, wow, okay, this is going to be something. And so, yeah, there were multiple points at which one of or the other was like, oh, I don't, you know, I can't do it or whatever. And it took points of like, oh no, this has to be. I don't know how I convinced you guys, so I didn't really answer your question. But
We just quit college, so we were like, I think sure, why not?
Seems like the right thing to do at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it worked because like your first song was boom, #1 out the
oh
gate.
my gosh.
How about that, huh?
Yeah, that was
Usually
really
bands have to be like, well, we're playing for a few years. You guys hit the ground running. You're doing TV. You're doing all the Coachellas.
Yeah.
How was that as a new band?
So fun.
Insane.
amazing.
It was crazy, but it was so fun.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah, it was like that year, 2016, we toured for 285 days, I think.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was really thrilling and special, and also we were frayed at the edges by the end of it.
Yeah, I'm a little tired just hearing about
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
Till now. 200 and what days? 60,
85.
85? That's
Yeah.
almost all of them.
I know. It's
It
really
was insane. I think it was like 285 the first year, and that we were on the
260
road, and
the
then
second
260 the next year.
Yeah. it
So
was-
if you see some of our old interviews, our faces are like ashen. You're like, oh boy.
How do you like do your laundry and like do regular people stuff? I guess
You don't.
can't.
We
Question.
didn't.
do not.
Wow. Hitting the road like that. Well, it all paid off, I guess, right? So let me ask you, do you consider yourself a band that's more interested in making music behind the scenes in the production room, or do you have more fun in front of the people performing?
That one.
That
Yeah.
Definitely. 100%.
I feel like the behind the scenes recording is something that we've all like really learned and worked at being good at. Natalie's more of a natural for sure than Megan and I, but we've all like worked really hard to be good at it, but definitely our live shows where we thrive.
yeah.
Wow, that's so cool. Okay, so when you're in the room making it, where are you like, that's going to work on stage?
Yeah.
That's going to be
yeah.
good.
Yeah, definitely. I think we really feed off of that. And we have an amazing audience. Like the people who care about Joseph are just, they sing along, they're really energetic and like responsive. And so being in the room is just like the best.
Now, who's in charge of writing the words? Is it a collective?
Yeah, it's a collective for sure. We do co-writes a lot, which is really fun. So we get set up with people and we go in the room and just talk about what we're feeling that day or an idea that one of us has had. And so it's like throwing it all out together. And I really love that. I love getting in the room with other people because it gets at least me out of my head from the like editing as I go, and then eventually just like trashing something because I can't get over certain things I can't figure out. And when you're with someone else, you just like write the whole thing and then you can edit it later. So that's really fun. I like it.
It's amazing. I love it. I love hearing about the process of how a band,
Yeah.
especially you guys, because usually I would tell a band like, I'm gonna see you on TV pretty soon. That's your next stop. But like you guys have been there, done that. What do you think is going to surprise you next as a band? What's your next kind of achievement?
Whoa.
Man, I mean, we always hope to still get TV and, you know, all of those things because it's not guaranteed, right? So I think that there's still those bars that you have to reach every time.
Yeah, we had something really fun happen recently though, where we were, I recently had a conversation where I was saying my perfect day would be to wake up in London, go on a walk, and then play a show at the Royal Albert Hall that night. And it was just part of the conversation. And then it was just like a week later or something, we got a text from our friend James Bay, and he was like, hey, do you guys want to open for me at Royal Albert Hall? And so just like that was really,
Isn't that
really
crazy?
fun.
That's a nice little text. You got there.
I know. We're
So
like,
mind if we do?
Sure.
How long did it take you to reply back?
We were like, yes.
Instant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what?
Thumbs-
Do
did
you want to
hit the
open for me?
thumbs up?
Yes.
Right? We were all like,
You're like emoji, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yes. However we need to do it. Yeah.
That's awesome. So did you get to do it?
We're doing that on
Well, we
April
will have just done it.
26th. Oh yeah, by the time this comes out, we will have just done it.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very excited for you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you
That's a
so
big one.
much. Yeah.
Okay, so the sun has risen. The sun is out. And it came out this end of April. Now
Wow.
it's your fourth?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Technically, it's our fourth because we did one on our own, and then this will be our third with ATO Records. Yep.
Okay, so what's this one like? Walk us through it.
God.
Creatively.
I love this one.
This album is really, you know, the way we write is we'll just like, what are we feeling today and see what songs come out, and then we'll look at the batch of songs and be like, okay, which ones do we like the best? Which ones feel like they belong together? And then what's the like through line in it all? And like we sort of synthesize what we were all going through and what we've been thinking about. And so this one is really just kind of the result of a lot of personal work and internal work that happened for each of us as individuals after, you know, having to not tour and not be able to do anything. So there's a lot of time for reflection and therapy and like really working on stuff. And so when we wrote The Sun, which was thankfully from Megan's experience and story, and we had that song, we were just like, oh, this represents so much of what all three of us have been through, which is represented on the album. And it's the theme of like, oh, what if you're more than you realize, or more than limiting factors have made you feel, and you can kind of step into that and recognize your moreness in it all. So that's really the overarching theme.
Is it your growing up record?
It's a growing up record.
way.
Yeah, I like that.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah.
And you're going to play some songs for us today,
That's
right?
right. Yes, we
Stripping
will.
it down back to the very first version of Joseph.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you playing today?
We're going to play The Sun, which is the title track. And
Nervous System?
Nervous System.
That's the one I like a lot there.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Really appreciate
I like it a lot just because I know it. The new one's too new.
Amazing.
so-
Yeah.
I
that makes
totally
sense.
get that. Yep.
Yeah,
and then
thank you for that.
Fireworks is the other one.
Yeah.
Which will have just released.
Yeah, that will have just released. Yeah.
Bravo, Joseph.
Thank you.
You get the nod from all us radio people.
We appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Let's get in there and hear some music, huh?
Amazing. Let's do
All right,
it.
Joseph, everybody.
Woo!